Hello everybody and welcome back to Fox Custom PC Builders workshop shed thing that I work in. My name is Andi. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Pretty Ninja Racing. We are an amateur sim racing community which hosts multiple events over multiple games in the next coming months and weeks. Tonight is a brand new series that we're trying out called the PNR Ultimate Sim Racer, where we're looking to find the best of the very best of the very best within the Pretty Ninja community, and you can get involved. All you need to do is type in !mark Discord and you'll be able to join in, because all of our league details and what you need to do is all in there. So what is the Ultimate Sim Racer? The Ultimate Sim Racer is a series of 4 rounds split in regards to racing categories. First categories is ovals, which is what we'll be watching tonight, followed by GT next week, Formula the week after that, and finishing off with the Enduro category. Whoever's on the top of the table at the end of those series, those rounds, will be crowned the PNR Ultimate Sim Racer. However, in each one of those series there are 4 races, and it starts from an entry level in that category to what would be considered as the pro level in that category. So tonight we are starting in the Copa Montana trucks on AMS2, and we'll slowly be working up to the V8s. Now we were going to do IndyCar, but IndyCar is a DLC and not everyone in the community has the DLC, so we'll be using the Formula Gen 1 Model 1s to mimic an IndyCar going around Indianapolis. The cars are also fixed setup, so they can't do anything about it, and everyone has to have the same identical car, apart from skin. They can have whatever skin they like, but the car has to be identical, and that's all done within the server settings. So we are really looking for who is the Ultimate Sim Racer. So without further ado, let's go and see how they're getting on in the practice. Actually, no. I can tell you how it all works again. Sorry. So, there is no qualifying sessions. There is a 10-minute practice session and a 10-minute race. They are literally a quick fire rounds sort of racing, so we can get 4 races done every single night. And then at the end of that night, we will have an Ultimate Sim Racing champion in ovals. And that's what we're looking for tonight. So now, without further ado, let's go and see how they're getting on with practice. There's 7 minutes left, so let's go straight into it. And we're currently on board with Letterme, who is currently top of the timing board, and I thought he would be, because he's actually been putting some practice in, and practice definitely makes perfect. But we're considering these as the entry level into oval racing. Next after this will be the Stock Car 2019 around Auto Club, then it'll be the F1 Gen 1s, Model 1s around Indianapolis, finishing off with the V8s at Daytona Tri-Oval, as Mark Coulson just pips Letterme into the lead, and Letterme pips back the lead. So PNR J Sky was our GT3 Cup champion and is coming back to not retain the GT3 championship, that's next week, but to see if he is the Ultimate Sim Racer within our community. So it is really quite a spicy kind of setup we've got going on here. And I just realised I haven't loaded up Streamlabs chatbot, so sorry, you're going to see that. Rookie error. Someone has just left the Discord. So who is that? So there's Hamilton, Letterme, Coulson, Minor. Who's missing? There were 6 earlier, weren't there? I'm sure there were 6. Am I losing the plot here? I feel like I'm losing the plot here. Sorry, we will be going back in. There we go. There we go. Right, it's just wiggle that about. Shouldn't need to do anything more than that. So J Sky is currently top of the leaderboard only by 0.05 of a second to Hughes Lamilton, who finished P3 in the GT3 Cup. There will be more members throughout the session, whether that will be Jamski from the PNR GT3 Cup. There will be a new member called Rabamus, who will hopefully be joining in relatively shortly, if he can get on in time. If he can get on in time, that would be rather good. And to help understand how the setup is working, here is the championship table. So as you can see, there are certain oval rounds, then there's GT rounds, and then there's the Formula round, and then there's the Enduro round. So tonight we are purely looking at the 4 oval races at the very beginning. These are all the contestants, or all the competitors rather, that wish to get involved into our league. Our league is held on Sim League Pro website, and it's free to join, no costs or anything like that. And everyone will be able to, more people can join throughout the season. This is just a very open door, fun sort of cup. We would usually do this sort of thing as part of our community night on a Wednesday anyway. But this is just to kind of add a little bit of spice to it, shall we say. So as you can see, the first round is at Copa Montanas around WWT, which is where we are right now. Stock Car 2019 around Auto Club. F1 Classics, the Generation 1 cars around Indianapolis, and then end on the V8s tonight at Daytona. So as you can see, no one's got any points. So there's no point focusing on it. There we go, gotta get the dad jokes in because my wife and I are due a baby, expecting our child to arrive within about 3 weeks' time. Ironically, our due date is the last series, so we'll have to wait and see if that does get postponed, but we shall see. It's a bit tight, as we're currently just watching Lewis Hamilton coming over the timeline in 3rd, but to be fair, the practice just to get used to the cars. I can see that Yogi's gone already. That's who that's missing, is Yogi. Mark Coulson's still here, whose power might disappear in about an hour's time because he's based in South Africa. And and someone's spun out there. That'd be P&RJ's guy, who's just gone back into the pits. Oh, and Yogi's joined back in. Excellent. So the Yogster, the Viking, is back in. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Hopefully he might have just had a bit of a DC. And we'll just continue on. Let's Me is looking rather tasty, and everyone's in the 36, which is good. That means we're going to have some close racing in the 10-minute race, and that's what I'm hoping for, really. The slip isn't too real in these cars, but it's easy to drift them out like that. Whee! And oval racing isn't something that we do very much here in the UK or across Europe, really. No matter. The only real series that does anything relative to oval racing is something called autograss here in the UK. That's quite popular where I live. Quite a few contestants that do autograss around these parts, these here parts. But as you can see, we've only got 6 contestants at the moment. We do have a few more signed up, but due to other commitments, they can't join in, which is a real shame. I would have really hoped for a bit more of a fuller grid to get us going, as Lando is currently just chilling in the pits, only half a second behind. Which, to be fair, around this track might be quite a bit, I don't know, but who knows? In the race, it could all be different. Yogi's just chilling in the pits. Only 47 seconds remaining. Coulson is getting in the lap times, and J-Sky has managed to just pip into the lead. So, oh, and Yogi's gone again. Seem to be having connection issues, by the sounds of it. The Norwegian, or wheel issues maybe. But there are 4 races tonight, and they get points per each race. So, yeah, there's a lot to gain for trying to get through as many races as possible. It could end up just being a tournament where whoever turns up the most wins. Who knows? That doesn't really matter. The whole main point of this is that people have a good time. And to be fair, the feedback that I've been getting from the events that I'm trying to host have been really positive, which is really nice. As Coulson just comes around, I think that was Hewitt just hitting the outside wall, and that will be the first practice session of the Ultimate Sim Racer done. Oh, yeah, AI's definitely got control over that car as we take a look at where are the standings. So Jace Guy is in P1, Cole's in P2, Lemon in P3, Hughes in P4, and Lando in P5. We'll go to a quick advert about Fox Custom PC Builders, who is our supporters of this community, aka my business. And we'll be back just as the race starts. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrust Masters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. And we are go, and oh, that was a really poor start from Mark Olsen there. Sorry, the advert ran a little bit longer than I expected, so I had to cut it short. And Mark has gone from P1 to P4. So what I'm going to do for this race, I'm going to select all, and we'll just use all of the cameras to really get in there around this oval track. So Hewitt has managed to make his way up to P2, Jace Guy is in P3, Colson P4, who's moved himself up to P3, going down the inside of Jace Guy. He's getting a nice bit of tow from the cars in front. Good drive out. Oh, and Lando's just edging him out. That was quite some heavy contact there, really. Now the cars have gone into a little bit of a possession, which is not what I was hoping for. As Hewitt is chasing down Lettermy. So it's a different style of driving completely in this championship compared to GT3, as Hewitt is looking to go down the inside into T1. And he gets it stopped. Now the more the front two battle, I could hear some contact again, and Jace Guy is not having a great time. He's gone down to oh, he's in P4. Oh, Colson spun it. So there must have been a bit of contact going into T1. Mark just can't seem to get the car straightened up again. It's a bit of a shame for Mark, but either way, they will all get points. Every single driver, even if there was 25 drivers, would get points. It's kind of the IndyCar point system we got going on. As Hewitt has fallen down into second, trying to go round the outside of Lettermy. A bit of wall riding. And has lost a lot of speed there, actually. And Lettermy is pulling away here. Although Hewitt is really catching them up into the braking zones here. Lando's in P3, keeping up with Hewitt and Hamilton. Jace Guy just keeping it going. Mark Colson just needs to continue on, because you just don't know what's going to happen in these races. You really don't. But I don't think Jace Guy's having a great time around this track and car combo. He's never driven the car before. He's never driven this track before. So you can imagine that it's probably not been a good time for him as Hewis has fallen down into P3 and Lando's gone up to P2. Hewis trying to sneak down the inside again. I think he is. Has he got the exit speed? Not quite. Yep, so Yogi's steering wheel's basically completely died from what he's just told me in Discord, so that is a genuine shame as the battle for P2 is really heating up. 6 minutes left. Evening, Stuart. Looks like fun. It's alright, we're in race 1, Stuart, so just relax, chill, get a drink, and we will be... we'll keep watch as the racing unfolds as Jace Guy is catching the front pack. Coulson, on the other hand, is sadly losing time because he just doesn't have the tow. But Jace Guy is also kind of struggling in these cars, and Lando is currently down the inside on T2 and has the better exit than Hewis. And Letterme is kind of enjoying this now. He's pulled 1 second. Although that sounded like a little bit of an error there. That didn't sound like the particularly great exit. They're not using as much of the circuit as they probably could. It should be wall to apron. Apron to wall. But the number 44, Letterme, is taking it home right now with 5 minutes left to go as the battle for P2 is really heating up now with Jace Guy entering the mix. Black number 8. Ooh, I could hear a bit of a knock there. Jace Guy is now looking to go down the inside of Hewis. Can he jump from P4 to P2? No, it looks like Lando's got a bit of a better exit speed. So Hewis has sadly dropped out, but not Jace Guy. Jace Guy is on the attack now. He's really going for it. Right up the rear bumper, and Hewis is looking down the inside as well. Almost to go 3 abreast, but Jace Guy, if he keeps his foot flat, should have a really nice exit there. But Hewis down the inside, going from P4. Can he hold P3? Jace Guy seems to be in P2, but I don't think he's going to hold it for much longer. Ooh, bit of bumping. This battle's really good here. Really good battle for P2 right now. This Jace Guy's just had a poor exit out of T2, but he's still in the fight. And Hewis just needs to hold the inside corner. Easier said than done. Especially when there's a car on your outside, you can't quite get the exit that you're after. Letterme, on the other hand. See you later, alligator. And Lando Morris Minor is really battling here, but he's heading high up the apron. This should allow Hewis to get a really nice exit here. Hewis has got a great exit, but so has Jace Guy. Can he pinch P3 from Lando? It's what can happen if you just don't get it right on the canvas. You will lose time. They really can carry more speed through T1 there. Go Lando, good to see you up front, says Stuart, as Lando is trying to get round the outside of Hewis. Carrying a lot more speed. That's more like it. That's a bit more like it. Jace Guy's trying to keep on the tail of both of them. I think he is now. I think he's a bit comfortable. 2 minutes 24 to go with +1 lap remaining. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Lando. He needs to tuck in behind Jace Guy, who moves up to P3. But somehow, Lando has got some excellent speed after hitting hitting the wall. He must have had a really good toe. But to be fair, Jace Guy's parked his car in a pretty good spot. And Hamilton is making, well, Lamilton, sorry, is making the most of this. He needs to make the most of this. He needs to keep it nice and clean and get going. So it's kind of now down to the battle of P3. And Lando seems to be dropping off the pace a little bit there. Not quite got the exit he wanted. So can J Sky? I think he is, you know, I think he is catching up to Lamilton. That slip is being very helpful as our race leader just does he go around T1? Yeah, it's T1. Yeah, T1. Whew, I thought he was going around T2 for a second then. But you can see that he's got quite a big gap now to Hewis behind. But that's what these races are for. These races are to cause a little bit of an upset. As we can see, Jace Guy's really attacking Hewis now. These guys were at it during the GT3 Cup season, all the way through, as Jace Guy's looking to try and get a bit of a switch back on him. Oh, they touched. And Jace Guy's lost the rear end. Oh, Jay. Oh. I'm not very adverse with oval racing clips and connections. I don't know whose fault that is there or what, whether Jace Guy should have let off the throttle a little bit or the door wasn't quite there as much as he thought. As Hewis is now cruising pretty much into P2. We're on the final lap now. But the real question is who's got that extra 2.5 points for fastest lap, because that's all that's kind of in the balance now. That's it, they're all fairly spread out now. As Lemon comes. Is that start finish? No, that's, so this is the last lap. This is the last lap. We must have crossed over the line just as the timer ran out. And we can see that they've all kind of gone into procession now. So here's your race 1 winner in the Ultimate Sim Racing Championship. The Belgian Lemon crosses over the line, taker's maiden victory. Hewis Lamilton takes P2 after some great deal of pressure throughout the whole race, whether it's from Lando Morris Minor, who finished home in P3, Jace Guy in P4, who feel a bit good about that. And to round us off after spinning out quite early on is Mark Coulson. As we take a look at the standings once they load. So we can see that Lemon is your race leader and doesn't get the fastest lap of the race. That goes to Mark Coulson with with 36 seconds 3:19. So let's just add that into the championship spreadsheet very quickly. 36.319. There we go. So that is round 1 over. Going to go to a very quick break as I set up the next server, and I will catch you in a moment. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, We are the home of P&R Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. Oh, and we're going straight into the server. So whilst we're going into the server, let's just have a quick look at the table. It hasn't updated yet. Let's see if I can refresh it. Table results, refresh. There we go. So we can see Letterme is on top with 50 points. Hewis in 40 with 40 points, but there may be an after race penalty. Not sure yet. I just need to check over whether that incident is penalisable or not. I'm not really averse to oval racing rules, so I'll need to look it up. Mark Coulson finishing in P4. Lando, sorry, in P3 with 35 points. Mark Coulson P4 and J Sky in P5. But Mark Coulson goes ahead of J Sky because he got the fastest lap of the race. So I hear you ask, what's next? Well, what is next? That is a very good question. And it's 2019 stock car around Auto Club. So this should be pretty much flat out throughout the whole series. Throughout the whole track, this should be flat. So there is another driver about to join, Rabamus. Brand new to the P&R Leagues. Used to be part of the Team Fortuitous championship that we used to do. Was it called Pretty Ninja Racing then as well? It was called Pretty Ninja Racing then as well. Yeah. With Race Room. And there is Rabamus in P1. So what kind of skins have people gone for? So Rabamus has gone for the Shell. We have the number 90 from Lando Morris Minor, the nice bright yellow and blue. We have the Rubens Barrichello livery for Mark Coulson. We have the yellow and black for Letterme. We have another yellow and blue, number 65 for Hamilton. And another yellow and red livery for J Sky. So Lemon is not hanging about and has gone straight in there with a lap time. And J Sky has just beaten it by 1/10, which around this oval circuit is not a lot at all. It's probably about just about half a car length. Now it should be flat, but the one thing they don't realise is because it's fixed setups, they can't change like the toe or the aero or anything like that. And there is push to pass in these cars, and I believe it will be active during the race. But that front right tyre is going to get red hot, and they're going to have to be careful, especially round like the T1 corner. This one here that Letterme's coming up to now. Because it will just slide on out, in theory. Unless the aero packages of these cars are a lot better than I realise. As Hewis Hamilton, who's just got a really good lap time in. Rabamus is still in the pits. He's just making sure that his wheel's working. Sometimes it doesn't. You can see the tyres are moving, but is it because he's got no force feedback that he hasn't left the pits? Seems to always happen with rubber. Jace guy currently is 8 tenths down on Lamilton. So did Lamilton get a nice little toe? I'm guessing that's what these two are doing now. Seeing the difference in the toe. As Jace guy goes up. And Mark Olsen has just pipped him to it as well. So he's clearly getting a bit of toe from them in front. So clearly this is going to be quite a tight race again. But there's a lot more circuit this time. You can get away with riding a bit higher. You can get away with going low. You can even do what, I think, is that Lemon? No, that's not Lemon. Who is that? Lando? Yeah, what Lando Morris Minor was doing then. You can actually just hug the inside in these cars, maybe. But Auto Club is a rather long oval, just like Daytona. So we'll have to just wait and see. If it was race room, everyone would just be in a train the whole time. And there we go. Rabamus is out. He is out. The Shellman is out. It's good to see Rabamus back in one of our championships. Hopefully he'll have a good bit of fun. He's obviously missed a race, which means he's going to be missing out on a few points. But otherwise, nothing to really worry about. It is all a bit of fun at the end of the day. The page that you're looking for does not exist. So I'm just making sure that everyone that is racing has been accepted. There we go. So there's Lemmy. There is J Sky. And there is Lando Morris Minor. So we are missing 3 drivers tonight. 4 drivers. 5 drivers if you count Yogi not being able to turn up. So Rabamus is just currently on his own, chilling out. There seems to be a little bit of a difference in drift, sorry. In tow. There's a bit of tow going on here in these cars, which is good to see. It'll cause some good racing action. Plus, I believe they'll be pushed to pass in the race. Although they don't seem to be getting any closer with each other, so we'll just have to wait and see. But if you wish to get involved, all you have to do is type in !Discord, as it says in the bottom left hand corner. Join our service, accept our terms and conditions, which basically say I'm not a horrible person. And you'll be able to join into next week's event, which is GT racing. As that was a little bit of a nice move. We've got a bit of a cluster of cars here. Rabamus is still on his own. You can tell because he's 1.4 seconds behind. So I think tow is incredibly important around this circuit. it looks like someone's just backed out of the tow train there. It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. And just before the practice session ends, I'll just send you to a quick ad break as J Sky loses the rear end a little bit there. So a quick ad break, followed by our intro, and then we should be into the racing action. I can actually talk you through the grid a little bit then as well. So I think everyone is kind of done. They feel like they've had enough practice. They realise what sort of shenanigans they're going to be in for. And remember, when people battle, they're slower. So let's hope people just keep battling, keep going at it, and use their push to pass wisely. Because I believe it takes maybe 1 or 2 laps for it to recharge in these cars from previous experience. Rubbermus is just weaving around, having a good old wave. So I'll take you to an advert, and then we should be going straight into the race. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. So here we are for the randomised grid. We have Letter Me in P1, Hewitt Lamilton in P2, Lando Morris Minor in P3, J Sky in P4, Mark Holes in P5, and Rubbermus in P6. That's pretty much the results of what race 1 was. Run out of fuel. You shouldn't run out of fuel in a race. As everyone gets a casual start, because we can see that J Sky's had a bit of a poor start. Letter Me seems to have got away all right. What about behind? Rubbermus just starting to make way, but I think they're all going to get in a bit of a train, maybe, on this race. I don't know. I could be wrong. As we can see up front, Jay's guy's using the apron, which is absolutely fine. Well, he's not. He's using the pit exit, sorry. Sort of the apron. But there is track cuts on, so just keep going with it. And Jay's guy's going to go in and take an early lead, as Hewitt just seems to be running up. Mark Coulson is just slightly below. Rubbermus, however, is just chilling at the back behind Lando Morris Minor. Not driven these cars before, but the racing could be a little bit closer than I realised. So Hewitt is just kind of jostling with Lamilton. No, sorry, Lamilton is jostling with J Sky. Can't get my words out properly tonight. As Lamilton just pips in front. I think he's using push to pass there, because he gained half a second. Oh, they're 3 wide going into T2. They need to be aware of each other. They can't just, you know, close in on each other like that. It's just lethal. It's going to take them all out. As Lemon has just dropped out, and Rubbermus is looking to make some moves here. Use the high ground. Sadly, they're not called Anakin below him, so he's going to have to tuck right back in. And even though I think Hamilton used a bit of push to pass to get away. Who's next going onto the apron? Lando. So I don't mind a little bit of apron being used, but not loads of it. As the two Euro Farmer cars are currently blocking off the front drivers, as Lettermy is trying to find a way through, and I think he has done. He's right on the rear bumper of Hamilton. It's very close racing. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit of a train, this one. 7 minutes left to go. They shouldn't run out of fuel, and refuels are available. So if they see that their fuels are getting a little bit low, they can pit to refuel if they want to. But it's fixed setup, so the game should give them enough. As Lettermy's looking to go around the outside, Lando is trying to get down on the inside, using the apron. A bit too much apron for my liking there. But it does tuck back into Lettermy, although if he's using it just to get out of the way and be safe, that's also fine. As Rabimus has moved up to P3. Holding J-Sky up against the wall, but he's allowing Mark Coulson. Nope. Yep, Lando to just sweep right under them. So Mark Coulson's chilling at the back here. I think he's playing the smartest game here at the moment, because you use less fuel when you're behind cars. If cars do happen to get into a little bit of a fumble, you can kind of avoid it and pick up the reward. So I think Coulson's playing pretty smart drive here, and there's only half a second between the field. As we can see, Rabber's trying to get down the inside here. He's used the apron to overtake everyone there. That's a little bit cheeky. And who is that? Also on the bottom, J-Sky using the apron. But if it's not giving him track cuts, I'm really not sure how else I can implement. I think it's not really been discussed, to be honest, but to be fair, Rabimus does concede a position back to J-Sky, who now takes the lead of this race. I can't call it. I can't call it. There's 5 minutes left to go plus 1. This last lap is going to be absolutely mental. Rabimus in P2. Lettermy in P3, our previous race winner. Lando Morris Minor looking to go round the outside of Lettermy. Hamilton's had to do a bit of abrasive manoeuvre there just to try and get out of the way of it all. But he's being blocked off here by Lando Morris Minor, and if they keep weaving like that, and that's a really good switch back there by Hamilton. On Minor, who drops down to last position, but again, there's only half a second between the whole field. As Lettermy is right on the rear bumper of J-Sky. J-Sky is driving the smart race here, but Mark Coulson, as I said, I think he's driving the smartest part of the race. I think he's using this push to pass it because he's gaining time. And there it's gone again. So he used his push to pass really well there. Really well there to get into a good position. I think that was a tester for what he could do on the last lap, you know. Oh, as it go 3 wide, a bit of a touch with Lettermy. Very well handled by the lot, by the great from the whole pack really. As Rabimus is now sat back down to last position, as they're kind of squeezing each other a little bit down the main straight. No need for that. As Lando's looking to nip down the inside of Lettermy. Great type pack racing, absolutely, Stuart. Absolutely. And you can see they're all trying to shuffle into a position to try and capitalise on the last lap. Lamilton's currently the race leader. That means absolutely diddly squat right now because Lando Morris Minor is just on the outside of him. 700th of a second behind him. 700s, 800s, 900s. And to be fair, Letterme has got that bang on right there. I think he did a bit of a bump draft with Hewis. And now they're both, there's a small gap of 2 tenths, but again, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Rabamus and J-Sky. J-Sky is all the way down 3 seconds behind, so J-Sky's got damage. He's definitely hit a wall, he's been put into a wall. It looks like the rear end's a bit damaged as well. So I don't know if he got touched into the wall or not. He will need to just save the replay. Or I'll save the replay and we'll have a little look afterwards. There's 2 instances and 2 races now that he's been affected in. And he will just drop time now. He's out of the tow. Pretty much out of this race. So with 2 minutes left to go, we have 5 cars within half a second of P1. And they're all just trying to shove for position right now. 3 laps to go, I would say. 3 laps to go. And you can see J-Sky's just losing time. Either aero damage or just not being in the tow is causing that much of an effect. It probably could, you know. I mean, Rabamus was about a second behind a lap, really. But once you're out of that tow, it's good night. So our GT3 champion's not having the best of sessions this evening. Although oval racing might not be his thing. So let the apron go this race and warn them to keep 2 wheels. Oh, flipping Extreme Labs. That was a very good suggestion. I agree. I caught just the middle to end part of that message. I agree. Thank you very much. I couldn't see who it was, but thank you for that. I will just mention it. I'll let it slide for this race, but next race, I think the apron stuff needs to... Smurf Dog, it was. Smurf Dog, thank you very much for that. As we can see, Letterme is trying to squeeze down the inside of Rabamus, but isn't really having it. Lamilton's managed to hold the lead for quite some time now. 2 laps remaining, including this one. So this one +1, as Rabamus is trying to sneak back in. Just about does it in front of Letterme. So close. Imagine if we had 20 races in this series. Imagine if we had that. That would be so good. As we can see that Letterme is going down on the inside apron and pushes Rabamus out the way. I'm not sure I like that. He used the apron to his advantage there. You can't do that as far as I'm aware in NASCAR. Don't know. Don't know. Not a massive fan of that manoeuvre there, Mr. Letterme. Smurf, can you just type your message again, but just do half and half. Just do it in chunks. Even though it really wasn't that long, just bullet point it if you could for me. Just so I got a visual reference to go back to. That would be mighty helpful. As I believe they're now coming up to the last lap, and we can see that Rabamus has managed to get down the inside. Oh, it's race complete. So Rabamus has managed to get a P3. So Lamilton's your race winner. Mark Coulson in P2, Rabamus in P3, Letterme in P4. I think justice was served there. Lando getting a little bit busted up there, and J-Sky did get busted up and crosses the line in P6. So let's have a look at the standings so I can update the championship race. Let the apron go this race. Thank you, Smurf. Thank you for doing this. So Hewis is our race winner. But who's got the fastest lap of the race? I believe that's Rabamus with a 42.7 flat. So 2 extra points going to Rabamus. Mark Coulson in second, using that push to pass really effectively there. Rabamus for third position. Letterme in P4. Lando in P5. Oh no, that's J-Sky. So Lando in P5. J-Sky P6. And Yogi, even though he has signed up, sadly didn't start. So the fastest lap of the race was Rabamus, which was a 42.700. Update race results. Okay, thank you very much, Smith Dog. You are an absolute legend. We're just going to go to a very quick ad break. About my business, you may have seen it previously before the race. It's currently the only advert that I have, so apologies. I just need a little bit of filler once I get the next race up, which is going to be F1 Gen 1 Mark 1s around Indianapolis Speedway to mimic IndyCar racing. So I'll catch you in just a minute. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. Okay.
You must look. You must talk.
I have a blind spot for J-Sky. I can't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Okay. But right. Thank you, chaps.
But yeah.
Okay, so they have been spoken to. Thank you very much, Smith, for that. That's very kind of you. Thank you. There's only 5 cars in the lobby at the moment. I believe it's because Mark probably thinks that he's going to DC or Lando's having to go. I'm not entirely sure. But essentially, I've just asked them to try not to use the apron. Obviously, I understand that they may need to use the apron to avoid people. But ideally, I would like it if they didn't. So let's refresh this one here. Now let's try and take a quick look at the standings whilst we're just letting them do a little bit of practice. It's updated. No, wrong one. Absolute rookie error right there. It's not updated. Let me just hit refresh. There we go. So, Lewis Hamilton is currently the championship leader after 2 races with 90 points. Letterme's not far behind with 82 points. Mark Coulson with 72.5% after getting the fastest lap in race 1 is sitting pretty in P3. Lando Morris Minor is sitting pretty in P4, but is not in this race, so these people are going to be missing out now. Oh no, he is in the server. My bad. J-Sky in P5 after not having great races altogether, and Robin was getting a solid 37.5 points in his first race. So the championship's anyone's, to be honest with you. And I don't know who we're watching. Rabamus, by the looks of it, he's all over the place. I have no idea what's going on there for Rabamus. What's that about? Loving the replay feature in I'm pleased to do. What is that about? Oh dear, I can't watch that. It hurts my eyes. So where is our current championship leader? Hewis. These cars will be very quick. And the slip should be real in these. As Jay Sky is currently just chilling in the spits. In the pits. Deary me. Everyone doing similar lap times? Yeah, not surprising that. It should be flat out. Should be flat out around Indianapolis. Now they are all fixed setup, so for all I know, it could be a little bit of a train session. But if last race is anything to go by, it won't be. So we will just keep it going from there. Who are we missing from this race? Mark Coulson's in, Lettermy's in, Lando Morris Minor's in, US Hamilton's in, Jay Sky's in, Robin is in. We're not missing anyone, are we? Off the top of my head, apart from Yogi and obviously the people that weren't in previous races. So we just load up. So we've got, yeah, Lettermy. So we just need to add Rabimus. And we need to add Jay Sky. And we need to add Lando Morris Minor. If you want to get involved in our championship on AMS2 or any future championships, whether it be on Assetto Corsa or Assetto Corsa Competizione or AMS2, make sure you join our Discord. Or if you're just looking for somewhere that's quite nice to just chill out and just, yeah, just have nice conversations with people. Also join our Discord. It's a very nice environment to be in, to be honest with you. I rarely say stuff like that, so I actually genuinely mean it. It's a very nice environment to be in. Now we can hear a couple of cars. Possibly, oh my god, what is... Oh, Rabimus did actually hit the wall there. Okay. Oh no! Oh my days! And there goes the tyre. Rabimus, I don't think you're going anywhere with that, buddy. Which car hit him there? Lando Morris Minor coming away pretty much unscathed there, but that was a big crash in practice. Oh wow. I hope that doesn't happen in the race. Oh dear. That was yeah, something. Jay Sky just setting a lap time, 48.1. This car's sounding quite feisty. A 1,000 brake horsepower in these cars. With enough downforce to just pin it all the way around, really. Instant death. That really was instant death, Camel. You're completely right. That really was instant death. Jay Sky must get an improvement on his lap time here, surely. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for, Jay Sky. 43.1. As Hamilton has cheekily used a bit of toe to get a 42.5, so we can expect the race pace to be in the 42.43s. You can see the slip. Oh my lord. Oh, who's that just gone? Jay Sky again. For goodness sake. What is it with Hewis and killing Jay Sky this evening? Oh, as Rabimus just avoids the contact. What is going on? What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh my days. I think Jay Sky's getting a bit fed up of being taken out, and I don't flipping blame him, to be honest. Oh, as Rabimus keeps on touching the wall. He's really trying to take as much track as possible. As Lando's just chilling in the pits after the traumatizing events that happened. Don't really blame him. Mark Coulson's just chilling on the side of the road there. There's only so much practice you can really do in oval racing, to be honest. And that's just perfecting the in and out because Rabamus has not had any toe whatsoever. And it's only got a 45-second lap time. What's the two above have got 43s. So unless they figured something out, I don't know. Tricky. It should all be in identical cars really, but that is fast. That is very fast. Come on, Rabamus. Give us a 43 or 44. 43.5. That's more like it, buddy. Well done. We've lost a driver. And that is sadly Mark Coulson. Who I'm going to assume the electricity's been cut off in South Africa. And that isn't me just taking the mick. That is genuinely something that happens. If you didn't realise that's something that happens, Google it. It's very, very odd. As Rabamus is sneaking up the inside there. The toe is real in these cars, I feel. As here is Hamilton and Rabba have just got more lap times. This is going to be a tight race, you know. Even if there's only 5 people in it, this is going to be a very, very tight race. Rabamus needs to get into that slip, really. Get into that slip, use it. You can see how well it's working there. You can just see it in the corners. Although it's not really happening there, so I'm not quite sure what's... Oh, sorry, I'm watching Letterme here, aren't I? Watching Letterme. Just saw a blue car and thought it was Rabamus, but Letterme didn't actually get a quicker lap time there. I'm not entirely sure why. It must be the line, must be letting off, I don't know. Lando not clinging. Yeah, he's not practicing. I'm not quite sure why that was. I'm so bummed that my power went off. I was having so much fun, I forgot I was going. Oh, Mark, I'm so sorry, mate. Well, at least you can catch the end of the end of it. So there's 2 more races to go. You can see what carnage you missed out on. So there is our practice session. It means absolutely nothing. So we're just going to go straight into the intro and into the race. So here is our randomised grid. Lewis Hamilton in P1, Lando Morris Minor in P2, Rabamus in P3, Lemon in P4, and J Sky in P5. Let's go with Lando to begin this race, I feel. In P2, standing start. Probably changing his pants, Smurf Dog says in chat. And Lando gets a rough start, but one that didn't. Who? J Sky has spun it. That's J Sky pretty much out of the race. Yep, that's J Sky gone. That is J Sky gone, as well as... Oh, are they all... I'm assuming they're all asking for it to be restarted. Because then there's only 3 cars, so they're doing something. Hang on. Bear with me 1 second. Did you guys want to restart?
Yeah, because Lemonade was in front as well.
Yeah, okay, so all you need to do is literally all 3 would need to retire. The 3 that are left driving just need to retire. And it'll take us back in. I'll just take off the practice session. And we'll just go straight into race.
I was going to say.
Alright.
They need to join back as well.
So, right, we're going to go back to lobby. So, bear with me 1 second. We're just going to... There's only 5 people in, so yeah, makes sense. They've not really done standing starts in these before. We'll just turn off practice this time around. We'll just see who is left, because if there's not many drivers left, kind of makes the race a little bit pointless, you see. So we'll just have to see. So J Sky is rejoined. Just ask if Lando's coming back. He is. There we go. So we can start. Well, actually, if I press cancel. So I've just asked them if they can mix up their skins a little bit. It's easier for me to tell because I currently got 2 orange, 2 blue, and 1 red. So now we've got an orange and white, and then we just need like Rabimus maybe to change his skin, and then just to any other. It's just easier for me to point out who it is then. But we're going to go straight into the race this time around. Rabbit's just picked the same as Lando. Oh dear. And then the same as yours. I'm guessing there's not as many skins. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, there's not that many. Okay. There's not that many, so okay. So thank you. I won't do an intro this time. I'll just go straight into broadcast when it starts. If you're liking what you're watching, and it is a little bit amateurish, I know, because we are an amateur sim racing community. So everything we do is slightly amateur. But if you are enjoying what you're watching, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It will definitely help out, and thank you very much. Also on the channel, we have hit, if we still have, hit 100 subscribers, which means we'll be doing a one-off 100 miles of Donington race in celebration of such an achievement, which is totally new for us. And it'll be 100 miles of Donington in the ARC Camaros. As we're now back on the pit straight, and the grid is mixed up again. So Lemon is now P1, J Sky in P2, Hewitt in P3, Lando in P4, and Rabimus in P5. And let's start this race with J Sky because he had a bit of a mare last time. And it looks like he's got an absolute epic start, and someone else behind just spun out. That's Lando. So not quite sure what they seem to just be continuing racing. Rabimus also didn't get a great start, so whether Rabbit can catch up to the front pack, I don't know. But the front pack is Huey, J Sky, and Letterme. And they'll probably be dicing like this for the rest of the race. And for some reason, Rabimus's connection to me is really rather poor in this car and race, as J Sky is looking to go round the outside of Hewis. But it's not quite going to happen for him. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, and that's J gone. Again, he's really not having a good time with oval racing at all. Really not having a good time. He's retired. He is retired. And they've all just binned it off. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I think Jay's guy's actually left because he's not having a good night at all. And that was absolute carnage. But I think they've kind of just done a safety car sort of thing there. Lemon slowed right down. Lando is slowed right down. So I'm guessing they're just catching up. And then I guess Lamilton will just set them off again. But Rubbermus has got some big old connection issues right now. And we're down to 4 drivers. But in that instance, there was a car inside. And yeah, Jace can't let me, I know where to go, really. That's a shame. But to be fair, Lamilton can just go whenever you like. Gonna call it a night as the rest of my head. No worries, Stuart. Thank you very much for joining in, or for chilling in chat with me this evening. Thank you very much. And basically, I think they're just treating this as a safety car start. So Hewitt will just go whenever he's ready. It's a shame that it's kind of gone like this, to be honest. Just looking forward to some very close racing. It's very tight racing, but FCY, they have FCY. What's FCY, Mark? And there we go. 4 course yellows. Yeah. Oh, they have 4 course yellows. Oh. And Lamilton has got a great start. Rubbermus needs to stay in that slip, but I don't think that's going to happen. See, it doesn't say 4 course yellows on my screen. It just says yellow flag. And we can see at the back there that Lando is making a move on Letterme, but not quite close enough. He should have just stayed in the slip. Oh, tries to go around the outside. Now, can Rubbermus keep up with Lamilton? He needs to. The slip is working. And Lando has made it past Letterme, even if it is for a split second. Now, can he close the door and Letterme? I'm not sure, but Rubbermus is looking rather tasty against Lamilton. And Lando has held P3. So Lando up to P3, Letterme in P4. Rubbermus trying round the outside again. But not quite able to do so. Is he going to try and get the switch and try and get the inside line on the out of the corner? But these cars should have quite a lot of downforce, so that shouldn't be possible. But the slingshot effect for Rubbermus is kind of there. Not quite. But Rubbermus has a bit of a better race than 9. I think he just needs to play it cool, really. Needs to play it cool, just stay behind Lamilton. And just kind of figure out where it's best for the cars to overtake. As we can see that Letterme is trying the same sort of thing on Lando, but it's not really working. really working. You've got to pick the right moment, I think. I think you've got to do it along the back straight. Keep in the slip for as long as you can and just pop out. I mean, the gap is massive between the two drivers. But yeah, it's almost as if you need to be a little bit further back to take full advantage of the slingshot effect that the slip gives you. As Rabimus is just sticking to the racing line. Less stress on his tyres, I guess, through the corners, through the high-speed corners. But I mean, Hewis is just taking a very defensive line down the inside. But I think Rabimus is a little bit wise to that. You can see, there you go. You can see that the slingshot effect has taken a bit more of an effect as Letterme has managed to get past Lando. So have they both kind of figured out where it needs to happen? No, they are a little bit too far behind Rabimus to get the slip. But not far away at all, as Rabimus is kind of extending that gap a little bit. Giving himself a little bit more space between him and the car in front. There is push to pass, but it's very different. You hold it, but it damages the engine if used too much. Oh, really? Ooh, I did not know this. As that guy is loving it. The 4-car racing action. Letterme has caught them right up. And I can only assume... Oh, now Lando is going to be in the thick of it. This is going to be a 4-car race towards the end of the line. As Letterme dives down the inside. Oh, I need to change that command. Oh, very tight into T1. Very tight into T1. Rabimus is... It's almost like Jay Sky all over again, and they did touch. And Lando is taking full effect of that touch. I'm trying to get in between the both of them. As Letterme's just dipped into second. Rabimus has lost that momentum, but he could be in the best spot in the house right now as Lando is coming to second place. Hamilton is still in first. He's been in first for the whole of this race. But Lando has just pipped the front with 53 seconds left to go. So there's another 2 laps to go after this. So was that the push to pass that Mark Colson in chat was talking about? Because it looks to me that Lemon and Rabbit have lost a fair bit of time here. As Lando is nicking this lead yet again because he's got the inside line into T3. I can't believe there's been a 1.5 second gap created to P3. And if they don't have the button set, they're not going to get the advantage. I think Lando is currently using that push to pass sort of feature. But there is another lap to go after this, I believe. And you can see Hamilton just raking him in. And pinching the lead into T3. Lando dropping down into P2. Rabimus in P3, holding off Letterme in P4. But who is going to get the race win? Is this the last lap, or is it going to be... I'm pretty sure there's one more. Pretty sure there's one more. So come over the timing line. Yep, this is the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what happens. I would say Rabimus and Lemon are too far behind now to really have an effect. So it's between Lando Morris Minor and Hewis Hamilton. And is Lando going to try his push to pass feature on the last corner? Hamilton has pushed it. He's gone. He's gone. So Lamberton's going to be a race winner, but who's going to finish second now? Because Ramus is coming all the way through. Ramus has just pipped it into P2, I think. And he has. Hughis Lamilton, Huey, has won the race with a very, very well managed race there. Rabamus pipping him, Lando, into P2 at the very last lap and getting the fastest lap of the race. I tell you what, Rabamus's fastest laps could very well be what gains him some good positions in the championship here. In P3, we've got Lando Morris-Minor, who had a really strong end to the race there, and letting me round us off in P4. Sadly, J-Sky is a DNF after crashing out, and a DNS for Yogi and a DNS for Mark Coulson. The fastest lap of the race going to Rabamus with a 42.716. That's one fast lap. Going into the last and final round of the P&R Ultimate Sim Racer. So here's another advert, and I'll catch you in a moment. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of P&R Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. Cool, you've all got different skins. Thank you very much. You've got 5 minutes of practice to get straight out there and have a jolly good race, everybody. Alright. Take care. So there we go. We're just loading into the last and final race, which is the V8 Supercars at Daytona. Now, they're not necessarily the quickest, but the slip should exist. I'm intrigued to see how this is going to work. To be honest, it could be a train for 10 minutes, but it's a shortened down practice session because of a restart. And yeah, I actually think this could be a bit of a train fest, this one, so we'll have to wait and see. The server has just loaded in. There is only 4 drivers, so if you do want to get involved, please, 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 please do. The more the merrier. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. All that matters is that you have fun and you're willing to give it a good go. So let's get into the racing action. Okay, and we're currently watching Rabamus. And these camera angles are not fantastic. He's so far away. And there he is. Oh, wow. Come on, trackside. You need to do a little bit better for me than that. Right, let's have a little look at the standings. Not the standings. I keep pressing the wrong flip button. Let's have a look at the table and give it a refresh. There we go. So we can still see that Hughis Lamilton is in P1 of the championship with 140 points. Let me in P2 with 114. Lando is in P3 with 100, but Rabba is catching him up in P4. Mark Colson in P5, obviously not being able to race in the last one. Jace Guy not getting any points for DNFing, but to be fair, his car was totaled after the joint collision with Letterme, and the other contestants have not yet to join in. So, yes, not so bad, but oh wow, what is going on there? Rabbit misses one bouncy bunny. And they're doing 1 minute lap times. As we can see the little purple car in the distance. And here he comes. Yum. Oh wow. What a skin. Look at that. Staying low, 46-second lap times around Daytona. Okay, this car's pretty quick then, really. .55, or is it because these guys are in tow of each other? I don't know. As Lemon just goes into the lead with a 46.2, who has got tow. So we're looking around the 46-47 region for the race pace. Wow, Rabimus is struggling with his connection. Lando is just chilling in pits with only a minute and 30 left to go. With the fastest lap time of a 46-second dead. Crikey. And there is our current Ultimate Sim Racing Championship leader. With only 40 seconds to go of the practice session, as Letterme has managed to do a 45.7. Yeesh. So actually, oh wow, okay, Rabimus has had a bit of fun on the apron by the looks of it. Weight reduction system, that is. Tropical fruits and grape soda. 3 seconds left at practice, sorry. Practice is complete. But thank you very much. If you've been lurking, if you've been enjoying the stream, feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button to help us out. We are a little small racing community, and we're always looking for new members, no matter where you are in the world, to join in, no matter your skill level. So make sure you type in !Discord if you wish to join our server and meet some like-minded fellow sim racers. And that is the end of that session, so we'll be right back. We'll be into racing action momentarily. Now, there is a reason why I'm in chase cam for this race start. It's a standing start because the rolling starts in this game do not work very well. You seem to get penalties a lot of the time. So we're going to be watching from Lando Norris Minor's position. And there we go. He's managed to get it going, but everyone managed to shift up a gear, Lando. There we go. Get up them gears. And he's lost 2 seconds there because of that start, but everyone made it off the line pretty healthily. As we go on board with Radimus, who was in P1 at the beginning of the race, but now it's Letterme. This camera angle is very bizarre. Mark Olsen, we need to do this again with longer races. I think you're right. I think we do. But I think people need to have crew chief on and radar. Or just crew chief. Or just radar. Ooh, and that is some sketchy driving there by Hewis, who is currently battling Letterme, but has Rabimus going around the outside. Got a lovely toe there by Rabimus. Is he keeping it high? Is he getting more space out of the corners by being high, do you think? You know what? I'm not sure, you know. He's certainly not losing any, so we're going 3 abreast. Or 2 abreast into each and every corner at the moment. Lemon seems to have figured it out, but they are wavy. They are not smooth, whereas Rabimus is nice and smooth at where it counts because he's now got the race lead. Letterme in P2, Hewis in P3, and to be fair, Lando is catching up in P4. So let's hope Lando can get involved fairly soonish as we see the 3 drivers come around T1. And it looks like Letterme's trying to dive down the inside there, and I think he's got it. That's Rabimus. Ooh! Hewis has not got control of that car whatsoever. And Rabimus just keeps it on the straight and narrow and tucks it right in behind Letterme. Or Lemon, as it's in the leaderboard. Ooh, the toe is real in these cars. That's good to see. And it looks like Rabimus is trying to duck down the inside. He's got that car dialed in now, you know. But he just tucks it in behind Letterme. 7 minutes to go. And Lando is catching up. Great drive by Lando. He's definitely catching up. He just needs to be within a second. Just needs to be within a second. And the toe will just suck him right back in it. So he just needs to keep it going. Drive fast and quick. At the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the fastest lap of the race. Because, well, at the moment, no. Apparently, Lemon has got the fastest lap of the race right now. With a 45.76, as you can see at the very top there. But Lando is catching up. They just need to keep battling up front for him. And he'll be back in the action very, very soon, as it looks like Hamilton is trying to get down the inside of Rabimus, and I think it's working here. Just seems to be losing speed going into the corners. I think he's a little bit scared of losing control of the car in the corners. Oh, as Letterme hits the apron, which is leaving the door quite open for Rabimus to go through. Unsettled the car. And that's Rabimus back up to P1. And Hewis is now in P2, going high. This is all good for Lando. The more they battle, the more they chop and change, the more they kind of get side by side and have to slow up a little bit to not hit each other, is all beneficial for Lando, who is now only 1.8 seconds behind. So hopefully by the end of the race, he could be right in there. As Hamilton takes the race lead. And, oh, Rabbit's gone! Rabbit is gone. He was half and half on the apron to the banking. That's him pretty much gone out the race. Oh, Rabbit. Such a strong race as well. Oh, poor Rabbit. It's not like Race Room where you can do half and half and be quicker. This game will spit you out. So we go back to the race leaders. Lando's lost a lot of time because he had to lift off there. So he's pretty much got P3 in the bag, which, if I'm honest, I would say that's a very good evening for Lando. But the real question is, who is going to win this race? There is 4 minutes left to go. And as we can see, Letterme's trying to get around the outside. Going high. And Rabimus is just doing what Rabimus can do, which is just keep it going. But Hewis has got the inside edge to Letterme, but doesn't quite have the pace. But that's okay, there's 4 minutes left to go. Plenty can still happen in this race as Letterme loses. Oh, he just does not look comfortable coming out of T2 at all. So we're just watching Lemon now in P2, who tucks in behind Hewis. Hewis is doing whatever he can to try and break the toe, but not weaving too much, which is good to see. Let the racing be racing. Koala soda for your refreshment, made out of real koalas. Probably not, just saying. As the slip and the slingshot in these cars is more effective than I thought it would be. Oh, as Hewis almost drifted into the side of Letterme. But this is definitely a two-horse race now as Lamilton nips into the lead. Huey just keeping it going. And Lemmy's managed to get it back somehow, but only by 100th of a second, so that's going to change again in a minute, I think. If Hewis keeps his nose in. They should be able to be flat around here, but it's just the sketchiness of the banking and driving side by side around it. That's the bit that probably putting off the drivers quite a lot. And there's 2 minutes left of this race. And the front two are literally driving side by side. There's not really much point in me saying who's in the lead right now. One, you can see, and two, it's just changing all the time. Although it does look like Lemon's on the outside this time. Lemon would find it easier if he went high. It sounds silly, but it's a lot easier to control the car if you're on the outside, if you go properly high on the banking, and then it just slingshot you out. But these two are not giving in. They are side by side the whole way around. The crowd seem to be absolutely loving it. This side of the race course, however, is a little bit quiet. They must be having mocha frappuccinos. And Lando's still there. He's just waiting to pick up the pieces if these two absolutely bin it. Again, Rabimus might as well just continue going because you just do not know what's going to happen in the last minute or so of this race. And they almost collide. Even though there's not been many people on tonight, the racing has been absolutely exquisite. Just the same, there's been, sadly, the same driver just getting killed every race. As there goes Rabimus. So Rabimus is only 15 seconds away, really, from being lapped, but I don't think he needs to worry about that too much. Now, are they going to cross the line in time to start the final lap, or is it going to be this one +2? I think it could be +2, you know. Letterme is now backing off a little bit, dropping down into the inside. for the last couple of laps, getting that slip back. I think Lemon is in the best position right now. They did just cross over the line, so it's this one +1 to finish the race. As they are so close. Oh, as Hughes hits the bit of the apron there, unselling the car, well recovered. But that should allow Letterme to have the exit speed to take it to the line with the final lap starting now. So we are now on the final lap. Oh, and there's contact between Hewish and Lemon. And Lemon's still stuck around the outside, trying to get down low, but he just can't get there. Lamilton is just there. And there's not even a tenth between them. And it's been like this for the past 5 minutes. And Lemon has just nipped in front. I think it's Hughes conceding this here because I think he has. I think he's conceded it. He's not going to pace, so Letterme is our race winner for round 4 of the Ultimate Sim Racing Championship. Hughes and Hamilton finishing in P2. Lando Morris Minor in P3, and Rabamus would have been part of that top battle there. I think all 4 of them would have been part of that battle then at the end. If sadly he didn't go 50-50 with the apron. And he's now just walked right in for good luck. Hello, Connor. How are you doing, sir? What a good way to end tonight. It's been a mixture of emotions tonight, I would say. As we take a look at the race standings, Lemon finishing P1, Hughes Lamilton finishing P2. But getting the fastest lap of the race. I do believe these 2.5 points will come in handy at some point. Lando finishing a very solid P3. A very good evening for Lando, really. And Rabamus finishing P4. Which, again, well, there's only 4 people in it, really. So they're all going to get some very high scoring points. Regardless. So let's update the race results. Right, we'll go to a very quick advert. And quick advert, quick intro, and then we will take a look at the final standings for the first night of the Ultimate Sim Racer. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about my personal brand new business, Fox Custom PC Builders, based in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, sorry, this is probably no good for you. However, if you're looking for a custom PC build to a specific budget for a specific need, hopefully I'm your guy. I also sell accessories like from Cooler Masters, Thrustmasters, Honeycomb, MSI, Asus, and many more brands to follow. And I have a 5-star Google review rating, and it's the home of any Pretty Ninja merch, which all proceeds go towards running events and the community. And if you signed up today, you will earn £5 worth of free Vox points towards any future transaction. And as I mentioned, we are the home of PNR Racing, this YouTube channel, and any future events are supported by any sales through the business. So check out the business when you get a chance at foxcustompcbuilders.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Catch you in a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is, once I've refreshed it, the final standings of tonight's racing in the Oval edition of the Ultimate Sim Racing Championship. Hughes Lamilton is P1 with the 2 race wins and the 2 P2 finishes, giving him 182.5 points. Letterme in P2 with 164. with the very consistent and solid results for this evening. Lando in P3 with 135 points. Rabimus only missing out on the first race, but getting some solid points in the last 3 puts him into P4. Mark Coulson sadly missing out. Oh, he's even got points for the last race. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Mark. I'll probably have to take those off in a bit. Is in P5 with J Sky in P6 after having not the best of nights, and Yogi with his wheel issues also randomly getting points at the end, which will be deducted. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. Not as many races as I would like, so if you are watching this and you're brand new to Pretty Ninja Racing, first of all, welcome. My name is Anders. I'm the founder of Pretty Ninja Racing and the owner of Fox Custom PC Builders, which is this little shed workshop thing that I'm in here. We are looking for more races of any skill level every Wednesday night. Next round is going to be GT3, GT in general, so that'll be the Mini Coopers to start off with, then GT4, GT3 and then GT1. Everyone will be in the same car and they will be fixed setups, so it's all down to your skill level. It doesn't matter if you're the best or the worst. Get involved, have some fun, and be a part of our amazing family community. But until next time, look after yourselves. We will be doing 100 miles of Donington at some point soon, so keep an eye out on our YouTube channel for that one, and that will be an open lobby on AMS2, so you can join in then as well. So if you want to know what the community is like, you can join us then. Tomorrow will I be on? Probably not. Friday will I be on? Probably not. So I will hopefully catch you at some point over the weekend. So until then, look after yourselves. And I still don't have an outro, so I'll just play the intro again.